Today we're going to check out one of the coolest new Honda Talon models that I've stumbled across. She's not only street legal, but she's got a nice little turbo hidden in there too, to go along with the laundry list of accessories installed on this new Honda Talon 1000X 4-seater. Before we get into all the Honda Talon 1000 accessory options though, if you see something you like or want more information on, I'll have links down in the description, and some of the discount options may help save you a few bucks too if you're in the market to buy, all while helping support the channel in the process. And speaking of supporting the channel, if you find any of the info I share helpful, please hit the like button and leave a comment below for the algorithm. We'll start off first with the roof, or hardtop as some call it, and the Talon, unlike every other side-by-side UTV model, comes standard with one. It's functional and does the job of keeping your sunburns to a minimum, but if you want some extra cool points out on the trails, this tinted 1/4-inch polycarbonate roof from SuperATV is awesome. I've never seen one in person and always thought it was kind of a marketing gimmick, but it's amazing how much less confined you feel sitting in this thing compared to your normal roof, and I can only imagine it's even better once you're out in the woods. Attached to the roof is a 40-inch LED light bar from Honda. There's not much to say about a light bar that's not obvious, but just keep in mind if you buy this, yes, it comes with the mounting hardware, but you will need the additional fuse box and more to install it if you want to do it exactly how Honda says you should. Up next, we'll head over to the windshield on this Honda Talon. Unlike Honda's vented windshield that just has these tiny little vents at the bottom to let air flow through the machine, with this scratch-resistant flip-up windshield from SuperATV, you have the option of closing it or popping it open just a little bit for some air to flow through, and then you can open it all the way up too, letting in all the air you could ever ask for, while being made of 1/4-inch polycarbonate just like the roof. Then we've got a set of lower door panels for both the front and rear doors. Stock, the Talon has these large openings on the bottom of the doors, which I'll admit do look cool, but one of the most commonly sold accessories from my experience are these lower panels, so you can block off mud and debris from being slung inside the cabin. Plus, if you need additional storage, they make bags that can attach to them. Now we'll move over to the front of the machine, and that brings us to this front bumper for the Honda Talon. As let's face it, the stock bumper is tiny and isn't going to protect your plastics up front. Honda makes two different front bumpers to add though, and this is the steel option, the one that wraps around your LED headlights, which have become like gold now thanks to them no longer being offered as standard on the Pioneer 1000 lineup as of this year, which ties us into the Honda and Winch collaboration. If you want this winch from Honda on your Talon, you have to buy one of the two front bumpers we just covered from Honda to install it. And yes, before you ask, there are aftermarket winch mount kit options for the Talon where you don't have to buy a bumper too, and I'll have them linked below for you guys to check out as well. And then we head over to the back for the rear bumper on this Talon from Honda. Just like with the front, you have two options here as well, and this is the steel option, which spreads out a bit more for added protection over the aluminum option, which also helps to give you a place to mount your tag bracket, as like we mentioned earlier, this Talon 1000 is street legal thanks to the kit from ATV Tech, also known as UTV Tech. Their Honda Talon street legal kit includes LED turn signals for both the front and the rear, with this little toggle switch here with an LED indicator to remind you that you forgot to turn them off after that last turn. It also includes the license plate bracket, all the wiring, connectors, brackets, and so on that you'll need to wire it in, and a horn too with a little button for it so you can beep at people as you blow by them down the highway. And to help you keep tabs on the people you're passing, you've got this rear view mirror from Honda that was installed as well. Up next, we'll move over to what she's rolling on, and this Honda Talon has a set of 32-inch tires to replace the rather small stock 28-inch Maxxis 6-ply MU9H tires. More specifically, this Talon now has a set of 32x10 Maxxis Carnivore 8-ply radial tires on all four corners, and those are wrapped around a set of 15-inch ITP Hurricane wheels on this Talon to replace the rather bland factory 15-inch wheels. One thing to keep in mind though when changing up your wheels and tires are their weights and how that can affect your overall performance. Some may think a pound or two here and there is no big deal, but you're adding it where it makes the largest difference in all performance aspects, and that's rotating mass. If you're not racing though and every tenth of a second doesn't matter, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Or, if you are worried about it, you can negate all of those worries and just throw a Jackson Racing turbo kit on your Honda Talon 1000 like this one. At 8 pounds of boost, they advertise a 60% increase in horsepower, which takes you from the 105 mark up to right around the 160-ish horsepower mark. And I could ramble on about all the specs behind it, but I don't want to bore you guys more than I already have. So here are a few clips of it revving and accelerating, and then we'll come back for a few more things. And that's all of the performance parts and accessories installed on this new Honda Talon. What do you guys think about them? Is there anything you would have done differently? And what do you think about the 4-seater Honda Talon in general? I'd really love to see Honda hurry up and release a Talon 1000 R 4-seater and pair it up with some of these goodies, but I'd also like to see Honda throw a 4-cylinder in one of these and give Polaris a run for their money with their new 4-banger. And of course, we can't forget about the triple from Can-Am and Yamaha that this twin-cylinder is losing some steam on with trying to compete against. The downfall to all of that though is the more we see this segment progress, the higher the price tags are becoming. And yeah, I don't have to tell you guys those figures have already gone to the moon, which is a far cry from the $5,000 Honda Pilot that was discontinued more than 30 years ago because people didn't want to spend that much when they could get an ATV for less. It's been wild seeing the progression since Honda released the Big Red in 2009 though, and just how far they've come since then. It's going to be interesting to see how far these things go in the coming years and what kind of engine packages Honda will play with in the future. Well, that is if we make it that far before everything turns electric. But that's enough of me rambling on. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section and I'll be joining in on the conversation too. Thanks for watching and supporting all of this. I really appreciate it, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. But first,
bro, you're gonna want one of these. Just don't break it, right?